Hey guys, it's Morgan. So this video is probably going to be kind of long. I have a lot going on in this video. First, I would like to thank all my new subscribers. I've gotten quite a few in the last couple of weeks. Thank you for subscribing. I hope you enjoy my channel. I really appreciate you. The next thing I want to say is I'm really sorry for my video inconsistency. I've posted, I think, 2 videos this week, and I don't know if I posted any videos last week. I've been super busy. I just got a new job, so I have 2 jobs, 2 part-time jobs now. If you don't know, I'm a nanny, and so my first job that I've had for probably 1.5 to 2 years now, it's roughly 15 to 20-ish hours a week, maybe even less than that, and it's for a family with 7, soon to be 8 kids, so that's kind of crazy. And then the new job I just got is closer to 24 to 30 hours a week, and that's with just 2 to 3 kids, 2 to 4 kids, depending on how many kids are home. And so last week I worked 51 hours between the 2, and it was crazy. I was so tired. I'm still tired from last week because this weekend was really busy, and it's kind of leveling out into more of a normal schedule, so I'm at about 34 hours a week now, which is much better. Hopefully my videos will become more consistent. I have some old videos that I'm going to be editing and posting throughout the month of December, so I'm gonna hopefully get some decorations up, but these videos won't have any decorations in them. The only one I know for sure what it is, it's a kind of like a vlog-ish video. I went to the bookstore with my aunt while I was visiting her in Idaho, and so we went to Barnes & Noble, and it's kind of just us walking around, and I picked out a book. So I will post that video as soon as I can edit it. I've tried twice, and both times I had to start all the way over, so I'm currently avoiding it. I will get to it. The other thing I wanted to say was I've gotten a few video requests, and I do apologize I haven't gotten those out. I can't guarantee that I will be able to. It's hard for me to find people to do videos with. The 2 people you've seen in my videos are my Aunt Carrie, which she lives 7 hours away, and then the other one is my stepmom, and we both have very different schedules, and so it's kind of hard for us to both be home at the same time to film a video. So you can request videos, but if there's going to be more than just me in the video, I cannot guarantee that I will ever be able to do it. If it's just me in the video, it's more likely that I will be able to do it. It just depends on my schedule. So please keep requesting. I do like getting requests. Just keep in mind that I can't guarantee that I will be able to do the video. Let's see. The next thing I wanted to talk about is I'm going to be reading the Harry Potter series next year through the months of January, February, and March. It's a span of 90 days. My set of Harry Potter books is 4,100 pages. I figured I would do a very relaxed reading of the series so that I'm not trying to get them all in 1 month. That way I can read other books too. And I would love for people to read along with me, so what I was going to do at the end of December, I would post a video with a specific schedule of how I'm going to read the books, so that if you guys would like to read along with me, you can. That would be amazing. I would love to do that. So just a heads up that that video is going to be coming out towards the end of December. And then also in January, I have 2 days that I will be dog sitting for my grandparents, so I will be not doing anything. I'll just be at their house, babysitting the dog, doing nothing, and I'm planning on doing a 24-hour read-a-thon. I've seen lots of people do this. I've really wanted to try it. So since I have those 2 days, I'm going to do a 24-hour read-a-thon. I'm super excited, and I will vlog the experience and post that video sometime in January, hopefully, so I'm super excited for that. Okay, so to the main part of the video, I'm going to be doing a list of series that I would like to finish or reread in the year of 2018. I own all of these series. I don't own every book in the series, but I own most of them. I might be missing 1. So I have 11 here. Most of these are rereads, and if they're not rereads, there's 1 to 3 books in the series that I need to finish. So let's get started. I'm going to start with my Riordan stack. So the first series I have that I would like to reread is the Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard series. We have The Sword of Summer, which I have read. Book 2 is The Hammer of Thor, and Book 3 is The Ship of the Dead. I'm probably going to reread the first book because it's been 2 years since I've read it to finish the second and third, but I've heard lots of good things about this series. I'm super excited. The next series I have is also a Riordan series. It is the Kane Chronicles trilogy. We have the Red Pyramid, the Throne of Fire, and then the Serpent's Shadow. My brother said that he thinks there's 4 books in the series. I doubt it. I'm going to look into it to make sure, but Riordan likes to write books in 3s or 5s, so I'm gonna assume this is a trilogy. I will double check just to make sure, but if it is a quartet, I have not read the 4th book. I do know that there is a like a companion book that crosses over the Kane Chronicles and the Percy Jackson series, which I have not read. That might be the 4th book he's talking about, but I don't consider that part of this series. So I have read the series before. I read it once. I feel like this was a really, really good series. I really liked it. It's way up there, right next to Percy Jackson. I don't like it quite as much, but it's very close. I know a lot of people really didn't like the series. They say it's their least favorite Riordan series. I can't really pick my least favorite Riordan series. I'm not sure. I've only read 3. I've only completed 3 of his series out of, what, there's 4 completed series, and then the 5th one has started. He did a 39 Clues book. So yeah, I'm really excited to reread the series. Hopefully I like it as much as I did the first time. And then the last series that I would like to read by Riordan this next year is the Heroes of Olympus series. We have The Lost Hero, The Son of Neptune, The Mark of Athena, The House of Hades, and The Blood of Olympus. I have read all of these. I read the first 2 twice. And then the other 3 I've only read once. But I just reread the Percy Jackson series a couple months ago, so I am going to reread this series. I'm really excited. I read these as they came out, which is why I read the first 2 twice, because I reread the first 2 when the 3rd one came out, and then I didn't bother when the 4th and 5th one came out. So I would like to read them all within the span of a few months. That way I absorb the story a little bit better. I don't forget things from book to book. So I'm really excited to reread this series. Don't tip. Okay, the next series is one that I need to finish. It is the Wild Magic series by Tamora Pierce. The first book is Wild Magic. Book 2 is Wolf Speaker. Book 3 is Emperor Mage. And then book 4 is The Realms of the Gods, which is the book that I have not finished. I've read the first 3 twice, and I've started the 4th one twice, and I have yet to complete it. So I don't think I'm going to reread the first 3 because I've read them twice in the past couple of years. So I'm going to read this one. I'm going to start this one over. I got almost done with it, and then I stopped reading. I would really like to know how the series ends because lots of things happen. I won't say anything because it will be super spoilery, but I need to finish the series. I read the first book for the first time in 6th grade, which was like 8 years ago, and I've owned these books forever, so I'm just gonna finish this book. I have to. Otherwise I'm gonna get rid of them, and I don't want to do that. Okay, the next series is a big series that was very popular when it came out, and it has movies to go with it, and that is the Twilight series by Stephanie Meyer. We have Twilight, and then this is the 10th anniversary edition, so it also has Life and Death. We have New Moon, Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn. So I've read the series once. I've seen the movies multiple times. I started Life and Death but never finished it. That is Twilight with the gender roles flipped, except for Charlie and her mom, Renee. Is her name Renee? So I'm going to reread them. My hope is that I don't like them and I can get rid of them because I felt the need to get them. Which I wish I didn't. But, oh well, it happened. So I'm going to reread those. I'm probably, hopefully, going to be able to get rid of them once I finish rereading them because I don't really want them. They're so big. But yeah, The Twilight series. Hooray. They're huge. I don't know if I'll ever read them. I might just say that I'm going to read them and then not, and then just get rid of them. There's a plan. Okay, next series is the Alex Rider series by Anthony Horowitz. We have Stormbreaker, which I just reread a couple months ago, so I'm not going to reread this one. Point Blank. Woo! Skeleton Key. Eagle Strike. Scorpia. Archangel. Snakehead. Scorpio Rising. Crocodile Tears. So those are the first 9 in the series that are all consecutive. And then the prequel, Russian Roulette, the story of an assassin. This is about a character who's in the first 4 books, I think. And then Alex Rider's father. So here you can see all 10 of the books on the back. But here's the kicker. So Crocodile Tears is the 9th book. Just kidding. I made that up. Scorpio Rising is the 9th book in the Alex Rider series. It was done. It was over. Horrible things happened at the end. It was devastating. I read it. I got closure. I was alright. I survived. I didn't die. I moved on with my life. Okay? 2009 was when Scorpio Rising came out. Then, 2013, he came out with a prequel. Okay, lots of authors do that. James Dashner did it twice with the Maze Runner series. So, alright, I never read this book. I've read all those. And then, I hear he came out with another one. That's number 10, and goes after Scorpio Rising, and it's another Scorpio book. And I'm thinking, so 9 years after Scorpio Rising, and 4 years after the prequel, he came out with another book. Anthony, I hate you sometimes. So, I don't know if I'm going to read it. It is called Never Say Die. And I don't want it to happen. I'm upset. I don't know if I'll read it or not. But I'm going to read these ones, at least. So I've read the first 9. I never read the prequel. But I started rereading some of my favorite series from when I was younger, like middle school age. So I'm going to continue. I'm going to finish it. I'm going to then, after that, decide if I'm going to read the new one. But I don't know. I'll keep you updated. Okay, the next series is a trilogy. Big surprise, there's lots of trilogies in this list. It's the Legend trilogy by Marie Lu. I've read Legend and Prodigy. And then I believe my grandma got me Champion for Christmas or for my birthday when it came out, which was 2013. So it's been 4 years since I did just read the Legend graphic novel, so I refreshed my memory, but I'm still going to reread Legend. I really want to read more by Marie Lu. I do have Warcross. I really want to read the Young Elite series, and I just want to read more by Marie Lu, so I'm going to start by finishing the series. So I'm going to reread the first 2 and then finish Champion. Super excited. It was really good. The first 2 were amazing. Okay, another trilogy. This one was also an extremely popular trilogy, and it has movies. It is the Hunger Games trilogy. We have Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. So, when I first heard about these, it was after they were all out because they were all on sale at the same time. But I ended up just buying the first book, and this is not my original copy. I bought it in paperback, and I did find this one in hardcover. This is the hardest book to find in hardcover. Next to Legend, I have not found Legend in hardcover. Anyway, I bought the first book, and it came in the mail. I believe I got it off Amazon. I got it in the mail. My parents and I were in the middle of doing stuff, and I literally opened the package, sat down, and started reading it. And then I got the second and third book in hardcover, and I read them. I don't remember when I read them. I might have been 12 or 13. I was in middle school. I had short hair. My hair was this short. You can see how long it is now. My hair was this short when I started reading the series, if that gives you any indicator. So I'm going to say 5 years ago when I read the series. And I don't remember the books. I do remember that Mockingjay was my favorite, which I know is an extremely unpopular opinion because I have never met anybody who had any good things to say about this book other than that it ended the series. I I don't know if the third one will still be my favorite book, but it was my favorite book when I read it. My best friend hated me for it because she hated it. Hated it with a passion. But yeah, so I'm going to reread Hunger Games. Okay, next is a series with 7 books. I don't know what you call that. Oh, jeez. So, it's the Michael Vey series by Richard Paul Evans. I have The Prisoner of Cell 25, which I've read twice. The Rise of the Elgin, I've read twice. Battle of the Ampere, which I've read once. I need to reread this one. I just finished the second one. Hunt for Jade Dragon, I have not read. It's the 4th book. Book 5 is Storm of Lightning. Book 6 is Fall of Hades, and I don't remember what book 7 is. It just came out. I'm not going to buy it until it comes out on paperback, so it matches my books. But I started reading this series a long time ago when the first books came out, and I got the first 3 read, and I stopped. And the 7th book just came out, so the series is officially completed. He said from the beginning there's going to be 7 books. And so I'm going to read the first 6. I already reread the 1st and 2nd. I need to reread the 3rd so that it can continue 4, 5, and 6. And then when the 7th book comes out on paperback, I'll buy it. I'm not sure if I'm going to borrow from the library to read it first, or if I'm going to wait till it comes out on paperback to read it. Depends on how amazing the 6th book is. But I have not finished the series, and I'm super bummed that I'm not, like, ready to read the 7th one right now. But yeah, Michael Vey series. The next series is a James Patterson series. It's the Daniel X series. I've read the first 5 before I got the 6th book a couple months ago. So we have The Dangerous Days of Daniel X, Daniel X Watch the Skies, Daniel X Demons and Druids, Daniel X Game Over, Daniel X Armageddon, and then Daniel X Lights Out. So I'm not sure. I think the series is completed because, yeah, the series has to be completed. But I've reread the 1st and 2nd one this year. I'm going to reread the 3rd, 4th, and 5th so that I can read the 6th, complete the series, and be done with it. I do really love the series. This is my favorite James Patterson series, which also is kind of another unpopular opinion because his Maximum Ride series is everybody's favorite series, which I reread the 1st book, and I really, really did not like it at all. I think I gave it 3 stars, barely, and, yeah, I really didn't like it very much. But the Daniel X series, and then the last series, which is the one I just mentioned, the Maximum Ride series, which I do own. I do own all the books now, I believe. We have The Angel Experiment, which I just reread and didn't like. Then we have School's Out Forever, Saving the World and Other Extreme Sports, Final Warning, which I think are the first. They're kind of like a series on their own, and then he kind of added on, I think. So there's Max, Fang, Angel, Nevermore, and then the book that I have not read, it's Maximum Ride Forever. This one came out, gosh, kind of recently. 2015, so 3 years ago now. But I thought the series was done at Angel, and then Nevermore came out, and it was supposed to be the last book. I was like, okay, I read it. It was alright. And then this one came out, and I was like, gosh, I thought you were done. James, what's wrong with you? So I'm rereading the books so that I can read this book so I can finish the series. The way it has gone so far, which I've reread the 1st book, I didn't like. So I don't know if I'm going to keep this series when I'm finished with it or not. So I don't know. I'm not sure how that's going to happen or what's going to happen, how it's going to work.